Welcome into the Platform Podcast, Great Plains Edition. The last episode we spoke about Kansas for the most part. This time we're going to speak about Missouri. And the way this will work is we're going to talk about two of the bigger teams that competed last year, did great. They're two of the biggest names in Missouri. DeSmet and Nixa, and that was a 6A title game. And then Platte County and Elias Catholic was a 5A. We're going to mostly talk about Nixa and Platte County. We'll sprinkle in a little bit of DeSmet. And then after that, we're going to talk about just players from all over the state of Missouri that are making a big noise. So we'll start off, again, DeSmet, they beat Nixa in the 6A title game. Now Nixa has, as everyone knows, the number one commit, number one recruit in the nation, in Jackson Cantwell. He's down in Nixa, and when we talk about offensive linemen, again, I spoke in the earlier video about how offensive linemen, a lot of times I'll see that they are the number one ranked O-linemen, and then I go watch them, and I'm extremely unimpressed. Jackson is one of those that earns that number one. Again, he's another one that when he engages you, he takes you completely out of the play. He doesn't block right at the line of scrimmage and then stops. He continues to drive you out, either putting you on your butt or putting you on your mama's lap in the second row. He releases and goes to the second line and can gobble up corners, and he also does one of my main pet peeves on an offensive lineman is on pull plays where they pull and they don't block anybody. I have yet to see Cantwell pull and not get his hands on somebody. A lot of times corners will see him coming up. We'll see an offensive lineman coming up and they'll juke and drive or try to get around him, but you can't do that with Jackson. Jackson will take you out. So the Miami commitment is well deserved, and the number one ranking is well deserved. So Jackson is known. What a lot of people don't know, and this is extremely interesting. So again, DeSmet beat Nixa for the state title game. Jaden McCaster he won the title game for them, for DeSmet. He had 200 yards rushing on 13 carries for 2 touchdowns, and then he also had 34 yards receiving on 4 catches. For the season, he ran over 1,500 yards and again helped his team beat Nixa in the state championship game. But what's interesting is he is transferring from DeSmet to Nixa this year. So he has the possibility of winning 2 straight state championships, but with 2 different teams. So that's extremely interesting. He's going to take the spot of Dylan Ribera, who rushed for 2,785 yards. And Ribera's now at Morningside. Now, Morningside is, I want to bring up Morningside because they are NAI University. They're a 3-time national NAI champion, and they've won their conference championship 14 times in 21 straight playoff appearances. So Morningside's out of Sioux City, Iowa. Extremely good school. So if you get some offers from Morningside, man, take them serious because they're a good team. So again, Rivera's going there, and then McCaster he'll be running behind Cantwell, but he has committed to Southern Illinois in Carbondale, Illinois. So, but I thought that was really interesting how he played for DeSmet. He beat Nixa, and now he's transferring to Nixa to try to help them. And again, he could win 2 straight state championships, but with 2 different teams. It's really neat. So let's go back to Nixa. Nixa is also getting a player that I'm familiar with named Scholar Brown. Scholar was a wide receiver in Junction City, Kansas. and he's transferring down. He's a 6'1", 195 receiver. I know him from his speed coach, Coach Bournes, down in Manhattan, and he runs that Next Level Performance. Again, that's NEXLEVEL Performance, no T, Next Level Performance out of Manhattan. But what Brown brings is that training from Coach Bournes. So what you're going to get is you're going to get a speed guy, because that's what he trains. He trains you for speed, but he also amazing mechanics and fundamentals. So by Scholar transferring down there, they've already got Cantwell, they got McCaster, and now they're going to have him. It's going to be an amazing team. Now, to wrap all that up, they also have a quarterback named Adam McKnight. And Adam McKnight I met at K-State's camp. Really good kid, really good size. It's easy to see why he is a quarterback of such a good program. Really good mind. I expect him to get some pretty good offers as well. Adam McKnight's the quarterback. He's their leader. So after that, let's move on to Platte County, because Platte County is the one I'm more familiar with. Platte County, one of their coaches runs Epic 7, Wayne Baskerville, and Wayne runs an amazing 7-on-7 team, but most of the team is from Platte County, and that's Bill Oots, head coach, legendary coach up there. He runs the program that has historically been a title hopeful. They finally got in there, and I am extremely proud to know all these kids and the coaches. And they come up to Washburn Rural third or fourth week of the season. I can't remember, one of those two. I can't wait for them to come up so I can talk to them and meet them again. So let's start off with again, Platte County beat Elias Catholic for the 5A title last year. So Nixa and Platte County are probably 1 and 2, and you could interchange them with 1 or 2, probably the best teams in the state. So we'll start off with their quarterback, who's a James Madison University commit, Rocco Marriott. And Rocco's a 6'3", 210, thrown for 3,081 yards, setting the school record with 39 touchdowns, and he only threw 5 interceptions. He was the 2024 Offensive Player of the Year. And Rocco's an extremely good kid, really big, live arm, but he really knows where to go with the ball as soon as it's snapped. Now he has an amazing supporting cast. One of my favorite players in the entire state is his running back, Adam Geisler, and he is a Northwest Missouri State commit. Now, he did miss 3 games of last season, but he still had over 855 yards. Extremely good between the tackles runner, and he's strong as an ox, and he has a mean streak. He's a violent runner, and that's on the field. Off the field, Adam is just a wonderful young man. Really easy to talk to. Just a really nice young man, high character, and that's the thing you're going to find from all of Oots's team on this Platte County. They're all extremely high character. They've been coached to, I believe they've been coached to, when you're out there, you're representing Platte County, and the school. So every one of them is good character. So if you recruit these guys, you're getting good leaders, good teammates, and good character. You're not going to have any issues with them on campus. They're going to be all about the team. His wide receiver that I just love is Trey, and that's spelled T-R-E-S, Baskerville. What I have to say about Trey is, go watch his huddle video. It is the most impressive wide receiver huddle video I've ever seen. What I like to say about Trey is when he gets the ball in his hand, first of all, really strong hands, reliable hands. Once he gets the ball, he's like a in between the tackles running back, and that's what I've told him. He makes himself skinny, good leg drive, spins, in between the tackles runner once he gets that ball. And just go watch his huddle video. He's amazing. He was an All-State 5A. Made 44 catches, but he had 1,050 yards and 10 touchdowns. So he is a playmaker. Love Trey. One of the highest character guys you'll ever want to meet. Now, Coach's son, Jack Oots, is the wide receiver. He is a KU commit. And so I'm really excited to watch him play a ball at KU. And then they have another tight end named Brooks Hall, who is a South Dakota commit, and he's 6'5", 225. Both of those guys, what I really like about them is that they are true tight ends. Okay, they are not hybrids. They are not a Travis Kelce that only catches balls. Travis Kelce hasn't blocked at the line of scrimmage since he was a 7th grader. These two block at the line of scrimmage, but they will catch the ball, and both of them are extremely good. Braden Stevens, one of the quickest, fastest combined. You know, some guys are fast, straight line. Some guys are, and they're not so quick. Braden is both. An amazing short route runner. For the flies and go patterns, it's Trey. For the underneath, just if you need some yardage, he's going to be open. I promise you, he's going to be open. He is committed to South Dakota State. He's 5'10", 160, but he plays way bigger than that. 4.4 speed, super athletic, wonderful hands. So then you have the other wide receiver, which is Ty Christopher, and he has offers from Missouri Western and Truman State. He's 6'1", 180. What I see from Ty in college, which he'll get more offers in Missouri Western and Truman State, but what I see out of Ty is he is more of a hybrid. I see a hybrid coming out of him. He can block down, but he's a wonderful pass catcher. Just a really reliable guy, but I just see him as a hybrid in college. I just really do. So those are the Platte County and Nixa guys. So I want to move on from those two schools to standouts from all over the state. And Missouri, the state of Missouri is not getting enough credit. They have some high recruits and nationwide dudes. So let's talk about some of them. One of my absolute favorites, I met him at a 7-on-7 tournament, spotted him, and he's one of those guys where I didn't know who he was. I saw him and went up and talked to him. Amazing guy, amazing young man. Talk, just freely. He didn't think, who's this old man with a hat? Who is he? I don't care. No, he sat there and talked to me. Wonderful person. He is the #1 recruit in the state of Missouri for the 2028 class. He is 6'5", 235, and he's Rich Janes. He's a tight end. His dad, if that name sounds familiar, his dad was Rhino Janes for Missouri, a fullback. Huge legend at Missouri. In between his freshman and sophomore year, he picked up over 24 D1 offers, and pretty much all of them are Power 4. He's a consummate team player, and he's used as a blocker at the line of scrimmage, so he is a true tight end. I just absolutely love his attitude, his character. I'm really excited to see this guy, because he's one that if I talk to him through PM, and he'll text me right back. Again, he's got a really good head on his shoulders, and Rhino James did a great job raising this to be a good man. The next one I'd like to talk about is the number 2 2026 prospect in the state. He's a 4-star prospect, but he is a Michigan commit, and it's Titan Davis out of DeSmet. He's a defensive lineman, and he was a 2024 Defensive Player of the Year. 46 tackles, 33 solo with 9 sacks and fumble recovery. Again, he'll be that leader on the DeSmet team, trying to get them that title win again for a repeat for DeSmet. Next, we'll go to a Kansas City kid, Lee Summit, Karsten Fine. He's a big play waiting to happen. First team All-State. Averaged 17.5 yards a catch as a junior. He held in 56 catches for 980 yards and 14 touchdowns. Career-wise, he has 21 games. He's at 1,552 yards on 102 catches and 16 touchdowns. So keep an eye on Carson Fine out of Lee Summit. Then we go to another one of my really favorite tight ends out of Francis Howell Central. He another one. He's a number 1 overall 2027 prospect in the state. And again, he's a tight end. He's a big guy, 25 yards per catch as a sophomore. He caught 26 passes for 674 yards and 6 touchdowns. He has offers from everyone. One of the ones on his offer sheet that I hope he takes is his Florida State Seminoles. I hope he puts on a Seminoles hat when it's done. So, again, Jack is he's a lot like James. Extremely athletic tight end that can run, block, catch, everything. He's the total package tight end. Then we go to another Kansas City guy. He is the number 2 junior in the state of Missouri. And he's a number 7 interior offense lineman in the country. And that's Kyler Coon out of St. Pius X. And he again, he's a 4-star. He has offers from, and I'm just going to name a few of them. This is just a few. Northwestern, Illinois, Arizona State, Wisconsin, Missouri, KU, Oklahoma, Penn State. What I like about this guy is he's got a little bit of a mean streak, and on the field, but off the field, he's a great guy. He's going to be an offensive lineman, keeping track of a quarterback that I'm going to name later. It's one of my absolute favorite kids. So I'm glad he's going to be guarding for that quarterback that I'll mention later. At linebacker, out of Cardinal Ritter, which is another, you got DeSmet, Black County, Nixa. Cardinal Ritter is another extremely well-known high state of Missouri school. Marshawn Ivy is a junior. He's a 3-star recruit, and he is rated the number 4 2027 recruit in the state, and the number 2 linebacker, number 31 line. At least 22 Division I offers. So I anticipate some big things out of Marshawn Ivy. Again, if you are a linebacker, if you play on Cardinal Ritter, if you're a starter on Cardinal Ritter, you are a D1 Power 4 recruit. So keep a name on Marshawn Ivy. Listen for him, because he's going to be playing on Saturdays, and just say you heard it first from Coach Buckets. Coming back to the Kansas City area, at North Kansas City, you got Kobe Rhymes, who's a linebacker. Both Rivals and 24/7 have him as the number 3 prospect in Missouri for the 2027 class. And like Ivy, he stacked a bunch of Power 4 offers, already nearly 20 Division I offers. He'll get plenty of opportunities to shine for that North Kansas City team. Kobe Rhymes. Now we go to one of my absolute favorite running backs. and DeSmet Walker out of Raymore Peck. That's a Kansas City area team. He's got over 25 offers, but he is an Oklahoma commit, so he is already committed. This guy is the total package as a running back. I mean, size, he's a big guy. Speed, he is your Oklahoma running back. When you think of Oklahoma running backs, that's him. His brother, Demetrios II, he plays at Southern. And then his dad, Demetrius I, played for the Chiefs. And he is the number 3 recruit in the 2027 in Missouri. But he has offers from everybody because he is one of the best running backs I've ever seen. Ever. DeSmet Walker will be... I think he'll stay with Oklahoma, but he's going to get a lot of attention to try to get him to come to another school. The next guy is a quarterback that I've seen since he was, I don't know, probably 15, playing sevens. And he was a small kid, but he had an extremely live arm, and that's what brought me. So, wow, I mean, this little guy's got some zip on him. It's Gage Burgess out of St. Michael the Archangel, and I saw him for Epic 7. And what he's done is he's built through the couple years that I've known him. Again, he was really small when I saw him. Now when you see him, he's put on weight. He's put on strength. His arm is live. Just, I really like his drive. Again, he's really good at. He'll start the throw before the wide receiver breaks. So he's just really well trained, and I can't wait to watch him. Zaire Thomas out of Raytown South. He's the number 1 2028 recruit in Missouri. He's a number 13 national recruit for defensive lineman. He has offers from Iowa State and Minnesota. He's 6'3", 240. So, Zaire Thomas, keep an eye out for him. Again, he's 2028, so he even has a little bit of time to grow. But as a defensive lineman, I expect him to put on the weight, and as he puts on the weight, as long as he keeps his speed, he'll be, like I said, number 13 nationally. He could go up a lot more. So now I want to move to one of my favorite 7-on-7 programs in the state of Missouri is 5P. Just a great group of, just like Epic 7, great group of coaches warmly accepted me into their group. I first met them maybe 4 or 5 years ago, following Jaden Ellington. Now, he's not on this report because he's actually out of Althoff Catholic, which is out of Illinois. But he's their quarterback. Me and Jaden, great relationship. I know Jaden for many years. His mom's a wonderful, just beautiful woman. She's at every single one of his tournaments. So I always have to go up and give her a hug. She is one of my probably top 2 or 3 football moms. Just love her to death. But I'd like to talk some about the 5P guys. First is Ralph Mosley. He's a 2028. He plays for Lift for Life Academy out of St. Louis. He's a safety. And this safety is, a lot of people call him headhunters. He's even meaner than a headhunter. He doesn't care what he does to his body as long as he's making that tackle, and he wants the guy that he's tackling to stay on the ground because he wants to hurt him. What I'd like to tell Ralph is he's a safety that'll risk it all for the biscuit. He has no fear. Another great kid. Again, 5P, like Epic 7, you're going to have high character kids first. So Ralph Mosley is a safety that, if you're looking for an aggressive safety, come take a look at him. Next out of the slot is Cam Sherman. He's out of Fort Zumwalt North. He's a running back that plays out of the slot a lot. They run a lot of misdirection with him. Real good speed. Does real good on sweep plays. He has vision to find the crease, and then he has he don't have a second gear. He's got a third gear, and once he hits it, you're gone. Then they also have Jaden Burleson, who's also out of Fort Zumwalt. He's a 2027 as well. Now, what I like about Jaden is that you can line him up in the backfield in the slot. He's a return specialist. He can play anywhere. I want you to listen to these stats as a freshman. Okay, he's a freshman, and this is varsity. 107 attempts, 927 yards, 17 touchdowns, and second team all conference as a freshman. That's not as a freshman going into sophomore. That's as a freshman. Again, kind of like Sherman, they use him on in motion handoffs or coming across for a handoff out of the slot. But he is going to be a major recruit out of the St. Louis area. Deontay Rickman is a 2026 out of Holt High School. He's first team all conference, second team all district safety. He does a wonderful job of keeping space from the wide receiver, but he has the speed to come up to make the play. He's got wonderful recovery speed. He's got the speed to keep up with the deep ball. When he is on offense, he mostly runs flies, but there's nobody that can stick with him. I haven't seen him hit too many crossing patterns or underneath stuff. They keep him as a fly and go route, but he does a wonderful job. But at safety, he does a wonderful job of knees bent, keeping the distance, and then closing speed. Then I want to come back to the Kansas City area. I'm going to talk about a 2027 linebacker that I only discovered about last year or year before, named Lake Sutton, and he's out of Oak Park High. What I love about this guy is he is the most physical linebacker in coverage guy that I've ever seen. When you play against him, if he's playing up on you on press, you're not getting off the line of scrimmage. At least you're not without getting bruised. He will beat you up, and he's not letting you off that line of scrimmage. And if the official calls a holding call on him, he don't care. He'll come right back at you the next play. Love his physicality. Absolutely the most physical linebacker in pass coverage I've ever seen. And I just fell in love with this guy's play. So Lake Sutton, 2027 linebacker, Oak Park High. He plays some strong safety as well, I believe. So now before I talked about the St. Pius X offensive lineman blocking for a quarterback that I absolutely love, and that's Jake Nichols. He's a 2028 quarterback out of St. Pius X. He also plays for Strongside KC. Jake, again, a 2028, and he's going to be starting on varsity. There's a reason for that. The training that he's got, the personal training, but also the work ethic of Jake is amazing. Another great character kid. He's always me and him. If I ask him something within 30 seconds, he's replying. He really wants it, and you can tell because he's overtaken older quarterbacks on the team because of his skill level. His dad is an absolute wonderful guy to talk to. So Jake Nichols out of St. Pius X. Again, he's 2028. I would almost bet my farm that he will be a D1 quarterback. To me, my personal opinion, okay, so this will go into the next guy we talk about. From my opinion, Jake will be the next great Kansas City area quarterback. So that's Jake. the greatest quarterback right now in Kansas City is Aiden Wilhelm, and he's a Blue Springs South, and he is a Rice commit, and he's a 3-year starter. He played for Empire 7-on-7, and he's a dual threat quarterback. He's thrown for 15 last year, threw for 1,500 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing, but he runs a 4.4 40. Absolute wonderful quarterback, great kid. Again, a Rice commit, so he'll be playing down in Texas. I see him probably starting sooner than later down there, so we'll be able to see him on TV. So really, really, really excited for Aiden, but I'm really, really excited to see all these Missouri guys. Again, here's what I like to tell people. When you look at the 2024 national champions out of every division, FBS, FCS, JUCO, NAIA, every single one, go on and look where the 2024 national champions were from. And it's going to be from Wisconsin and all of the Midwest, Great Plains, down through Hutchinson, and then back up. Great Plains is where the talent is. That's where the coaching is. And that's where the champions are. That's where the titles are. We have, as you see from Kansas and Missouri, just right in here, we have some of the best athletes in the country that win championships. And you don't win championships unless you have good character. And that's what these kids have. So I congratulate every single one of these Kansas and Missouri guys, but it's going to be so much fun to watch you guys compete and make names for yourself. So I want to say thank you for joining, and please keep watching. Thank you.